Camp's been great. Every year is a new year. We got new guys coming in, and ultimately it's been fun starting with, getting back and going to Rochester and, again, working towards the season, building that bond, getting to know the guys. Ultimately it's been exciting, and, I'm excited for another year.
Taking a step up, do you feel this has been your best camp?
I personally feel it's been my best camp. I feel like I've been more locked in mentally. After having this going on my third year, having some time in the offense, I'm able to go out there and it's less thinking and more playing fast. But I like to believe that I've taken a step from developing my game in the route running and catching the ball, and also run blocking.
How valuable was last year getting some extended playing time during the regular season? How valuable was that in terms of your confidence for this year?
Oh, yeah, it was definitely great. I mean, again, practice is what it is, but nothing's like the game. Getting those live full speed reps, getting in the live, the bullets, flying and stuff. So being able to think on the fly and, being out there with a guy like Josh and, with Dawson and those two tight end sets. And, it's been definitely helpful. I've, seen a lot, learned a lot, and, continuing to learn.
You can talk about Dalton being an unselfish teammate, and different circumstances, how we always talk about being kind of good teams, but how do you kind of notice that in these first
Again, I think it's something about, bringing in guys that, fit the room. So obviously in our room, so we got these bracelets. We got unselfish and family, just a couple words that guys in our room use to describe our tight end position. And I feel like that's just one, as far as scouting and recruiting, just finding a guy that fits that. And just him being here, of course, first rounder, he's a great player, a baller, but he's never came in here and, just walked over anybody. He's, willing to learn. He's just a great guy. We hang out a lot. We tease each other a lot, so it's been real fun having him around.
Into your third season, playing with Dawson all these years, how have you seen him grow?
You said Dawson? Yeah, Dawson, I love watching. I think he's probably the best, and when it comes to the full tight end position, from run blocking to catching balls and running routes, I think he's just the best overall. Just seeing watching some film, we watched him when he was young and kind of developing. His technique is just so good. I try my best to, simulate that same thing, but he's definitely been the standard in our room and has been a guy that all of us can look up to.
When you look at what you bring to the room when it comes to blocking or catching the ball, do you maybe bring a different skill set that maybe Kincaid or Knox bring to the ball?
I think we're all similar in some ways and different in ways. I pride myself on, coming from a receiver background. I pride myself in, running routes and, making sure I catch anything that's thrown my way. Something that I've been developing, moving a tight end my junior year and in college at Bowling Green, and maybe playing a year and a half because that COVID year under that position, and just having to come in and learn from the guys. And Rob's been very great just as far as helping me technique-wise, and that's something that I've been trying to improve with my run game, footwork and stuff. So I definitely think I've been developing there, and overall, my job is to, be ready for when my number's called, and ultimately special teams is, where I plan on helping.
I would say, Coach, that your role on this team, where you
Obviously, I think everybody wants to come in and, everybody wants to be a starter. But again, just the nature of the league, you never know what's going to happen. It's a long season, and, we work through it, and, I'm looking forward to, fulfilling whatever role it is that, the team has for me. And if that's strictly special teams, I'm here for it. If it's, getting to run maybe some 13, 12 personnel, I'm here for that as well.
Dalton and Dawson, does that ever get their names are pretty similar? Does that ever get
It definitely is hard. It's definitely hard because you'll be like Dalton, Dawson. I know Rob struggles with it as far as getting guys in and out of the huddle. He'll be saying Dalton, but on the field, Dalton, Dawson sounds exactly alike. So it can be hard. And, I call when Dalton first came in, I called him DK, but it didn't hit me that we also called Dawson DK. So, we try to work around it. You got to really enunciate. Sometimes both of them might turn around, and eventually one will figure out who we're talking to. So.
Bracelets too. So you have a lot. How did that kind of come?
Oh yeah. So I really acquired a lot in camp. So this one, there was a kid that made a bracelet for me. I guess he saw that I always wearing bracelets, so he made one just as Quintin with my name spelled wrong. But his intentions were pure. So it's Quinton. You guys remember that issue from my second year, my locker. There was a Special Olympics. A lot of the kids were out there for one of the training camps, and I took a bracelet from one. Well, I didn't take it. He gave it to me. And then everybody wanted to give me one, so I got 3 of those. I got my Unselfish Family one for our tight end room. And I think one was Tight End U. Dalton gave me this one, a friendship bracelet at Tight End U. And I can't remember what the rest of them were because they've, had some wear and tear, and there's no longer words on them. So
was it saying we made these bracelets for the tight end room, or how did that?
No, so it was really, we came in. I believe it was first day of OTA, or not first day. It was some day in OTAs, and we kind of went through the whole room and just had guys, speak up about, what would you use to describe our room. And there were, words like family, respect. There's a couple other words, but ultimately we felt like family and respect was, family and unselfish was the best way to describe our room. Just, the tight end position, you got to get in there and block, and, you'll get rewarded when you get rewarded. But really just doing the dirty work that, some guys aren't willing to do.
When you have 2 tight ends on the field, whether it's you and Dawson or Dalton and Dawson, the expectation is defenses are going to stay in nickel. Do you think you guys will be able to run the ball on nickel defenses when you're 2 tight ends?
Oh, yeah. I think we'll be great, running against nickel. I mean, it's obviously a mismatch. We're talking about a guy who's used to covering, slot receivers, probably 190, 200 pounds. And you got, tight ends that you're looking at 240 plus. So, it's expected that we should be at an advantage when that's happening. And then, of course, being able to mix it up, run in, pass out of those positions. And we've all seen what Dawson can do. And obviously we know what Dalton can do. And, I feel like I match up pretty good in those and running and passing as well. So I think we'll be great.
The practice today, seemed like Vick. What was that like for you? It seemed like everybody wanted a picture with him.
Yeah, so me and Reggie actually picked up on a hunch that he might be coming in. So we didn't see him. We thought he might be in the team meeting this morning. Didn't get to see him. And then we were at practice, and I think Reggie tapped me like, Vick's back there. So, I was trying to stay locked into what I was doing, but I might have hit a little stretch and, looked over my shoulder. So, it was obviously exciting getting to see him and meet him, and I was able to sneak in a picture, so I was happy about that. But, he came over there and talked to us and, gave us a little bit of his story. It's Mike Vick. It's not like we don't know too much about him already. But he really just talked to us about, finding whatever it is that spark that we need to, take that next step.
Like when you were in middle school, I'm guessing he was with the Eagles. Was he, when you were a kid, did you just pick the Falcons on Madden?
Oh yeah, I'm
every
picking
time,
Falcons or Eagles, and I might do 2-step hitch, and I'm taking off with them and trying to get all the yards. But yeah, I'm definitely a big Madden person. So I was definitely using Vick, and also just a fan of just kind of how he changed the game. And he's just one of the greatest players, to ever pick up a football as well. So.
But Josh Allen is kind of like the modern version of that. Kids are playing with him and talking about the numbers when the release came out, over 1 billion rushing yards last year in Madden. Is that kind of cool to be playing with him?
Oh yeah, it's great. Again, I play Madden a lot, so I only use the Bills, so it only feels right. And plus, we're pretty good on there, so it's definitely exciting getting to play with somebody that's on the I think guys grow up and something I always wanted to be is on a Madden cover, and just to be playing with somebody like that who's just a great player in general, great guy, and he actually also gave a lot of us copies, and he signed it for us. I think that's gonna sit somewhere in a case for me. Say again?
Throw yourself?
Oh yeah, I definitely throw myself in. Every now and then, if I'm when I'm playing my friends, just to joke around with it. But I also let Dalton and Dawson get some reps in there too.